Hi friends, welcome you all to my channel Programming with RS. Here I am going to explain you about all the types of MS Excel basics. So in the last video I have explained you about basic formulas, sum, average, count, length and VLOOKUP. In this video I am going to explain you about if, nested if, SUMIF and COUNTIF with all dynamic and static ranges. So before going to start, please subscribe my channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and please click on the notification button so that whenever I upload a new button you will get a notification. Now I am going to start today's our lesson about how to use a if function with multiple conditions. Right, so now this is a sales data I have. The sales data is like how the sales was done on a particular day by the representative, and the item, and what is the price, and how many number of units it has been sold out. So to get the total, how much he made, so you can have the direct formula. You know this is equal to into like F6 into G6. So it is a direct formula you have. So here now my requirement is if I want to get that how much percentage the it was like we have the rate of work how for each and individual. Then we have the as per. So if the unit rate is less than the 500, we are giving his rate as 0.03, and if the unit rate is less than 2000, we are giving the rate as 0.05, and if the rate is less than 6000, 0.07. if it is above, then we are giving 0.09. so I want to give this condition. So here we can use the if and else if. So what I can use? Suppose I want to this is the unit price. On this only I'm going to perform the operation. So here I am highlighting it. Right, on this I am performing the operation equal to. So here the if function is one of the best function in our MS Excel, so where you can do the many things. So here we can go with a small example, that is if. So here you have the logical test value, or if the value if value, if it is true, if the condition is true, so we can replace with the true statement, and if the condition is false, we can replace with the false statement. For that, so my requirement is if the value is less than. So what is the condition here? The unit price I am selecting here, F6 is less than 500. So what is the true statement? I need to have that 0.03. I should get this value, right? So here 0.03. so here if I use this, so we are getting the the autocomplete. We are using here the autocomplete. So if the value is less than 500, we are getting the true statement, otherwise we are getting a false statement. So why? The value is here, it's not less than the 500, that is the reason. So here it is also so it is a less than 500, that is the reason we got the message. So now I want to trace out, like I doesn't want to display the false statement. I want to give this, I don't want to display anything, that's, so I have given the space, so there is null value out here, so the null value is been filled, right. So here the first condition is satisfied, but what about the second condition? So I need to have a else if. So here in the, if the condition is true, the true statement will be executed. So if the condition is false, we can write one more if statement in the condition. So here you observe, we are going to remove this one. If one more condition I have, what is the condition? If once again f6 is less than 2000, comma, so what is the value I should give? 0.05 once again. So here it will show an error. What is the reason? Just we have opened the if condition but we haven't closed it, so that is the reason it will show an error. So how to avoid this? So how to avoid this? Here automatically you can have a enter key, it will use a close parenthesis, otherwise you can have a one more close parenthesis, right. So here once again you have one more autofill. So what is the value? If the value is 382, like it's showing a 0.03. If the value is less than 2000, if the value is less than 2000, it is showing 0.05. But what about more than 6000? So here if it is more than 2000, it is showing false. So for that, what you have to do, once again you can use this. So I doesn't want to use that false statement, means I can use double quotes. So here I can copy the formula, Control C and Control V. Here I made the same, and I use the autofill, right. So in the place of double quotes like null value, I can go with the value that is if once again f6 is less than 6000. What is the statement here? Like 0.07. I can have a null value also, like so I haven't used a close parenthesis, that is the reason it is showing. So it is correcting automatically, right. So again you got 3 close parentheses, so the number of open parentheses should equal to this number of close parentheses. So now once again the 0.07 also came, 0.5 came, and then you have the remaining. So if not the condition should not be blank. So if it is above then we can use the 0.09. so here I can use 0.09, that's it. So here I can copy the formula to all, so that it will apply to all. Alright, you got the value. So you can observe that 0.09 if the value is above 6000. So you can observe it, if the value is above 6000, then it is showing 0.09, right. So here this is how we can go with that. So whatever the values we can give, but sometimes what will happen, the value may vary. So here the 500 may vary, 2000 may vary, 6000 may vary. So every time it's very difficult to enter into this 500 and modify, it's not possible. So for that we can go for a criteria table. So what is the criteria table means? That like you have this, so we'll have that how much rate unit price, that will have the criteria. So for this we will go with this criteria table. So what is the criteria table? So if the value is 500, less than 500, upper limit is 500, then we will go with 0.03. the same example here, whatever we explained, we have discussed. So if it is a 2000, it is 6000 above. So here we have, this is the table. So wherever you changes the value, it will modifies. So what is it? For that, what you have to do, you can write the formula. So for this, you can write the formula here. If what is the value here? F6 should less than. So what is the value? That upper limit you should specify. Upper limit is K6, right? Comma. So the true value is 0.05. Then otherwise, again you need to take one more if statement. If the value is, so I should get K7. For that, first I will click K6 and then I will use lower like down arrow less than, and once again L7 I need. I click L6 and I used a down arrow, right? So if the value is less than that, then we should use this. What is the value I should specify? If the value is K6, sorry, here the value should be F6 once again, right? So if the value is F6 less than the K6, so the K6 is, I should take the K6 like this, right? K6, sorry, K7, then I should use this, so L7, right? So next, if I can close this, the open parenthesis which I have opened. So here if the value is true, then it will the L7 will come, otherwise I should have a once again the false statement. So here I will close with this so that you can understand. So I am closing. So here I can use this. One second, right? So now it is fine. So here if the value is K6 is if the F6 is less than K6, so what is the F6? It is F6 is less than K6, then we are showing L6. So the L6 value is 0.06. If the F6 value is less than K7, then it will show L7. So like this, if the value, so once again these two I need to include. So if not, what will happens? The false statement will come. So here you observe, like whenever you use the autofill, the value will changes. You need to stick the values. That is the reason. Here I need to fix all these. So wherever the value of K and L, I need to fix. So I need to, like, I can use this K6. I am fixing out. So how to fix that? In my past videos I have explained you how to keep the relative and absolute references. So wherever this, so L6, right? But here the F value is fixed, but the 6 value is different, right? The 6 and 7 I should get. For that I can use only for F I am fixing. So the F I am fixing here, right? So now you have the difference, right? So this is what, if the value is less than 500, we are getting 0.09, otherwise we are getting false. So here even for the 0.05 we are getting, the remaining we are getting false. You can observe. So how to solve the, once again you need to use this, once again the nested if you need to use. So here it is a true part, it is a true part, it is a false part, right? So once again in the false part you need to use, in the place of L7 after the L7 you can use this double quotes. What is this? It's a false part, right? So here I can use the same formula, right? So the false is gone, right? So here wherever the false is available, you need to write once again if. That is the important. Like here, to avoid the confusion, you can copy the same if statement, right? So here you have the F7. Once again it is checking with the F7, right? The F7 is dealing with the K7. If the value is less, then it is showing L7, right? So for that we can go for K8 L8. That's it, right? So now I entered, so it will automatically fill. So now the 0.07 came, right? So here you can copy the same formula to this one. So once again you can have the false statement for the 0.09. Where the 0.09 is that the false, like it will come. The reason is, once again here, how many if statements here? 1 2 3. So the false statement, if I use this, if I use here, then the false statement will be displayed. The false statement will be displayed with the null value. So to avoid this null, I can have directly, in the place of null, I can have 0.09, right? So here this is what. So here I can log this value, right? So I can copy the formula from anywhere, right? So this is how we can use the dynamic content. Suppose if the value is 382, with the value is 275, 2785, even I can have the value 2784. So now the value changes. So here you can observe 2784. What is the 2785? The 0.07 came, right? 2785. You can observe. So it is a less than, right? 2784. So if the value is less than the 2786. So now here you have the difference, right? Earlier it was 0.07, like here 2785. Now you can observe it is at 0.07, right? So like this you can change the upper limit if I use a formula with a dynamic content, like if I use a table. So like this you can have the nested if. Many things you can do with this. So if I have a dynamic content, then you can use it with this table. Otherwise you can go with the normal formula and you can paste it. And here next we have the static and dynamic COUNTIF. So here the COUNTIF is a formula where I can use the count value. So here, so what is a SUMIF and what is a COUNTIF? So here we can go with this COUNTIF and SUMIF. So here the SUMIF, if the value of the total is greater than 60,000, I want to find out the sum. So for this I need to take, so whatever the values, I need to take the values as a input, and I should take the condition also. And what is the value? So I should give the value, that is, so SUMIF. So first of all I need to use a SUMIF. The range I need to specify. So what is the range? Here this is the range. So the range I need to fix it. Right, next you have to give the criteria. So what is the criteria means? So my criteria is if the sales is greater than 60,000, greater than or greater than, so you can specify greater than 60,000, right? If the criteria, then I need to use the range. So I need to give the range, like whatever the range, I need to specify the range, the total range. So this is what the range. So if in the particular range, if the value is greater than 60,000, I am summing out, otherwise I am not at all making sum. So if the range is, so in this particular range, if the value is greater than 60,000, then only it is making sum. So you can calculate the sum here, it is different. In this sum, the value which is greater than 60,000, you can make it the COUNTIF also. So how, if the value is, so I can make a COUNTIF the range I need to specify. I need to specify less than 60,000. So it will give the count. So whatever the value is, if the value is less than 60,000, the value will specify this is the value less than 60,000, that is 20 values are there. So whatever the sum about this particular, so these are the sum value about that which are having less than 60. So like this, even I can fix it. So this, so here I am having a static range. I want to use this dynamic range. Even I can use this dynamic range. So what is the dynamic range? I can use this in the place of I can use the value, that's it. So if I use this value, what is the value I should specify? I should specify less than. So the less than I should concatenate with the value. That is the reason it is not showing the value, right? So here, if the value is less than that particular 60,000, so here this is what, one second, it is less than, it is greater than, or it is less than. So there is a difference, right? So here it is, so one second, I'll show. This is less than 60,000, and here it is also less than 60,000, right? Fine. So here it is a less than 60,000. We have if you want to make a count also, COUNTIF, then we can use the same formula. In the place of I should ask double quotes, ampersand, and the cell reference. It's must and should. If I use this, then only it will come. The cell reference, if I want to add the cell reference, so if you make any mistake here, it will get 0. The reason is that it's not matching the value. So if I want to concatenate the formula, we can use the ampersand symbol, the less than, so that you will get the proper value. So this is how we can use a if statement, nested if with dynamic content, and COUNTIF, SUMIF. So here, like these are the main basics formulas whenever you have the data analysis. So it may apply for the total big database also, where you can have a number of columns. So today this is from programming with RS. So in the future I am going to give more videos. Please subscribe my channel and please share my channel. Thank you. Thank you very much.